Let's talk queer fantasy books. Happy Pride. It is no secret to anybody who watches my content that I love to read diversely, and reading books that are queer are a part of reading diversely. So I could probably make 6 or 7 more stacks like this because I focus solely on reading as diversely as possible. So let's go through this particular stack and I'll tell you why you should read these books. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan is the opening of a duology that is basically a queer reimagining of the rise of the Ming Dynasty's first emperor. This is rich with representation. The audiobook, which I highly recommend, is narrated by none other than Natalie Naudis, my favorite audiobook narrator, who is also part of the LGBTQIA community. I highly, highly recommend this duology and the audiobooks. A Master of Jinn by P. Djeli Clark is a fantastic sapphic novel that is kind of like a whodunit murder mystery in an alternate setting, steampunk Cairo. There are some novellas that you can read before this to give you more context that I highly recommend. Definitely look up Anything by P. Djeli Clark. He writes some fantastic historical fiction and fantasy, steampunk era. Highly, highly recommend. This is fantastic, as is pretty much anything he writes. I read literally everything, even his middle grade. You can't go wrong with any of it. If you are interested, on his website, he has some free novellas that are related to this novel. Check them out. The Chaos Wielder by A.E. Cosby is urban fantasy. This is book 1 in the Chaos series. There is a second book out. They are currently working on the third. There are some interconnected standalone novellas that are also fantastic set in this world. A.E. Cosby themselves is publicly non-binary. Highly, highly recommend. The books are fantastic. They are spicy. They are perfectly urban fantasy, and I absolutely adore everything I read by this author. The Mad World series by Brandon T. Bernard is a dark fantasy that is a reimagining of Alice in Wonderland. This is fantastic. We have a polyamorous relationship, lots of queer representation. Highly, highly recommend. I believe he is working on the 4th book in what is supposed to be, I think, 11 books in this series, like Say Less. These are all really, really good. The fight scenes are spectacular. The sex scenes are spicy. Highly, highly recommend. Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse is the first book in a trilogy that I have completed that is fantastic. Highly recommend. This is like a pre-Columbian America setting with celestial magic, hidden gods, beautiful representation. Non-binary pronouns are included, and I really, really loved this. Although I might be biased because she is a local author, so I still maintain that I may run into her someday, and the way I will fangirl if I ever do. But this is fantastic, and the audiobooks are good too. I have quite a bit of indie authors on this list that I didn't even really think about it when I grabbed the book, so I'm really proud of that. But this is Silver Star Red Dragon by C.A. Chaplin. This is a dark romantic fantasy that has fae, dragons, all kinds of really cool stuff, shapeshifters, great mental health representation, and lots of queer rep. C.A. Chaplin writes fantastic work. The second book is coming out soon. I already have my grubby little hands on a ebook ARC copy, so I cannot wait to dive into that. This is fantastic. Please check it out. Have you heard of the Sapphic Trifecta? Well, this is one of the books on that trifecta. This is The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. It is Sapphic. It is the first book in a 3-book trilogy, and it is completed, so you can actually just read through the whole thing. But this is great. This has some unique and rich magic of complex and wonderful world building scenario, and the characters are well fleshed out and relatable. Highly, highly recommend. Check this out. It's a fantastic one. The Final Strife by Sarah El Arifi. This is another completed trilogy that is absolutely great. We have a bi character, we have sapphic love, we have a trans character, we have so much representation in these books. I love these characters. This is my Goldsboro edition, so I absolutely love it. This is one of our main characters. She's lovely. I love these entire books. These are so, so good. Please, please pick them up. The Adventures of Amina El-Sarifi is a fantastic installment by Shannon Chakraborty. This has pirates, it has trans representation, it has an older mother main character, which you don't see often in fantasy. I loved this. This is funny. It has banter. It is interesting. I cannot wait. There's supposed to be more installments with these characters. Waiting with bated breath. Shannon Chakraborty could write a grocery list and I would read it. Silver Under Nightfall by Rin Chupeco, who is a non-binary author, writes a fantastic duology with a polyamorous relationship, queer characters. This is about a vampire hunter who teams up with vampires in order to bring down a slew of mutant vampires. I mean, come on. Read it. Now, this book might be a little borderline because it is a fantasy sci-fi genre bend, but I really liked the fantasy elements in this. So we're going to go ahead and put The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett on the fantasy list. This is a Watson and Sherlock Holmes type murder mystery whodunit series. The second book is out in the series. They are interconnected standalones. You can read them separately, but I do recommend reading them in order for maximum impact. But we do have a main male character who is queer, and he is a lot of fun. He is kind of, you know, demure and almost on the borderline of grumpy, a part of Sunshine, you know what I mean? But he is really interesting. He's complex, he's layered. And Robert Jackson Bennett also writes The Foundry Side, which I feel is a little bit more sci-fi heavy, but that does have a sapphic romance in it as well. Highly, highly recommend this book and the following book. Check them out.